Ok, muy buenas tardes a todos. Nos encontramos en nuestra tercera sesión de a la Virtual Flute Workshop. En esta ocasión tenemos de invitada a la doctora Tess Miller. La doctora Tess Miller es instructora de flauta, musicoterapeuta, ponente, conferencista, concertista y recitalista. Tess Miller sostiene los títulos de Doctor of Musical Arts, expedido por la Universidad Estatal de Michigan, Board Certified Music Practitioner, expedido a través de la musicoterapia por The Healing and Transition Program, y Certified Professional Coach, expedido por Professional Exchange in Coaching. La doctora Miller es integrante fundadora del Great Lakes Art Music Ensemble, y lanzaron un CD titulado Latin Dance Project, el cual fue nominado a 3 premios en WICE, los premios James Awards, en 2011. La doctora Miller es integrante del ensamble Extreme Duality de flauta y contrabajo, y también interpreta segunda flauta en Traverse Symphony Orchestra. La doctora Tess Miller es actualmente profesora visitante de música en Alma College y profesora de flauta en Michigan State University Community Music School. Bueno, entonces sin más preámbulo, vamos a iniciar con nuestro primer flautista que va a tocar para la doctora Tess Miller, que es Diego Huitrago, y Diego va a interpretar el primer movimiento del concierto de Karl Reinecke para flauta. El escenario es de ustedes.
Thank you. Okay, doctor, I'm going to play the first movement of the Reinke's flute concerto for flute. I want to ask you if the sound is okay. Can you hear me well?
I can.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to start.
Nice job. Really good work. I wish you could hear us all clapping for you.
Thank you.
Really, really fantastic work on this. This is quite a showpiece, as you know. Definitely one that is full of a lot of beautiful melody and expression, and a lot of times where you get to show off your fingers and all the work that you put into your scales.
Yeah, it's a great concert.
Yeah. So really fantastic job. What why don't you tell me a little bit about your thoughts about this piece?
Okay. This piece is like a real challenge for me because I have to like improve a lot of my higher notes stuff. I think I put too more pressure on my lips when I try to reach the higher notes. So it's a real challenge for me. I mean, it's a really beautiful concerto. I like to play it a lot, but I have to like struggle with the higher notes every time I play the like these fragments. So that is my like my thoughts about this piece.
Yeah. Yeah, and excellent awareness about that. This piece really likes to hang out a lot in the third register of the flute. And
Oh
it can
yeah,
be quite tiresome. It can be quite taxing because, it also and
yeah.
be very expressive. So, I think your instincts about what's going on with your high register are really what I'm hearing. Put a little bit more energy and focus on your air support. Air support is one of those things that admittedly I never understood what my teachers were talking about until much, much later in my playing. And I wish that I had known. Like I think I really fully finally understood air support after I had gotten my doctorate. I for whatever reason, I thought air support just meant keep blowing air, like just keep using your air. But that's actually not the whole story about what you're doing in your body to release the air. um so what I want you to do is I want you to think about something going on in your life right now that really makes you mad and upset and frustrated. And what I want you to do with that is I want you to take a deep breath like you would to play your flute, a nice deep belly breath. And then I want you to take all that anger and I want you to just sigh, just. And when you do that, I want you to tell me what happens in your belly when you do that. So go ahead and do it. Think of something that really makes you mad.
um.
And you don't
Okay.
have to tell me. You can keep that to yourself.
Okay. It's better for me. um. Okay. Okay. I'm going to try.
Deep breath and
Yeah.
sigh it out. Good.
Okay. Maybe I think it's really subjectively, um, but I feel like releasing a lot of energy, like on the attack.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but anything else, like I'm not capable of feeling anything else right now at
Oh,
this
that's
moment.
that's okay. So do it one more time and really pay attention to what happens to your stomach when you.
Okay. um, I keep thinking about the attack itself. I'm releasing like a punch, but backwards. I mean, um, I don't know how to say it, but it's all about just like pressure I'm releasing at the moment with high, I don't know, with high attack pressure. I really
Yeah.
don't know. Thank
Yeah, I think the words that you're using are just great. I love the reverse punch idea.
you.
That's kind of neat, actually. I think what you're experiencing is resistance. Does that word make sense to you?
Yeah.
Like there's, and does that kind of describe what you're feeling in your belly when you exhale?
Yeah. Sounds
Oh,
like resistance. Yeah.
yeah. So it's that kind of resistance that actually defines air support. Like that is the support there. So when you're playing anything, but especially in the high register on the flute, you want to be feeling that sensation. Now you're not going to lose all of your air at once like you do, when you're just sighing right now, because you're going to be making your embouchure. And so not all of the air is going to come out because this is such a small opening. So what I want you to do, let's take a high E. And by the way, are you fingering high E without your pinky?
Uh, Currently, I'm using it with the pinky placed on the flute.
Uh-huh. I wanna recommend that you try doing it without the pinky on the high E and see what that feels like to you. It actually, taking the pinky off can bring the pitch down. It can make it not so sharp.
And I'm going to get a higher pitch, right? Without the pink.
Yeah, you're gonna get the high E sound, um, but it'll be a little bit rounder in sound. It'll be less. You know how all flutists, we always struggle with sounding a little shrill in the upper register. But taking the pinky off just on the high E can really help with that. So what I want you to do is you're going to take a nice deep breath and you're going to create that resistance feeling and just hold a high E for me. Good, 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 good.
Okay.
Good. Now, the other thing I want you to do is try to create that resistance feeling in your belly, but also slow down your air just a little bit. And let's see if you can let's see if you can relax those a little bit while you hold it.
Okay.
Good. How does that feel?
Feels comfortable. I mean,
Yes.
I used to feel like really uncomfortable playing this note.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
really struggle with that a lot.
Yeah. Good, 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 good. So, let's try another one. Let's try another one of our favorites. Uh,
My master Jesus make us do a lot of exercises using this note. It's a pain. It's a pain
uh-huh.
in that spot. You know, it's a nightmare for me. But okay, let's try it.
All right. All right. So the high F sharp, what I want you to do first is, let me see if I can find it here. Okay. We're
Yeah. We practice a lot of harmonics.
to get that high F sharp sound, but make sure you're supporting, again, create that resistance feeling.
Okay, using the position for the F sharp of the third octave, right?
Yep.
Okay. Uh,
Yeah, actually, let's start with the harmonic. I should finger down, but overblow.
okay. And I do the harmonic, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. Now, what I want you to do the harmonic F sharp and also really memorize how your air support feels.
Okay.
Just relax on that a little bit. Maybe relax here too again. Good. Excellent. So, your air, you're going to pretend that you're going to do the harmonic, but do the actual fingering for
Okay.
the high F sharp.
Okay.
Good.
Again, doctor,
Relax.
I couldn't hear you.
But not these up front. You know those muscles that you used when you did the harmonic? Definitely use those, but relax these. Good.
Okay.
So now let's just do one more little exercise before we put it into the music, because I'm going to have you apply some of this to the actual music. Let's just have you go back and forth between the harmonic and the actual fingering.
Like
Good.
that. Yeah.
No fingering for that part, but just do that a few times.
Okay.
Now that time, did you notice how it
Okay. Okay.
good?
Oh.
Excellent. You just got 3 in a row. Nice job.
Yeah, that was great.
Okay, so let's take a look. Let's actually go right to measure 20.
Uh,
Okay. Can you hear me now?
like
Let me try that. Is that okay?
it's getting better, but it was great at the beginning of this session.
I wonder
Uh,
what changed.
maybe is okay. It has to do with this, maybe with the mic of the hand free. Ah, you're using a mic. Ah, okay. Uh,
I just changed output. Does that make a difference?
at the end, it made a little difference and it improved. Can you speak
No, no. I actually, it is kind of uh, not clearly at all. But
at the beginning? It was perfect during the first 25 minutes.
I wonder what changed. Well, let me do
It's great now. Something like with your maybe your position or I don't know. It's kind of tricky.
hmm, how about that? Is that any better?
It's make a little difference. Maybe you could try with your hands free for a moment to see if it gets better.
Yes. Is it better now?
I think you're still using your desk mic.
in the lower part of the, could you hear me?
That. Is that, can you hear me now?
Better, perfect.
Uh, yeah, yeah. Can you speak once again, please?
No.
Uh, it's something to do with your mic, with the mic that is placed on your desktop. Uh, no, couldn't hear you well. Maybe you could try only with your hands free. I mean, like try to disconnect your mic.
Yes, I've disconnected everything and I have my completely.
Mm.
could you, what if we try to do the always solution? Could you get log out and log in again to see maybe something that helps? Thank you.
Thank you, doctor.
Absolutely.
Bueno, mientras la doctora Tess Miller se conecta de nuevo, estamos teniendo algunas dificultades, como entenderán. Este, quiero agradecer a Carlos Mejía, jefe de producción, por todo el acompañamiento y toda la gestión a la virtual para organizar esta serie de Flute Workshops. A mi colega, el maestro Julio Noguera, y a la maestra Viviana Cáceres por acompañarnos al coro de flautas y por la realización de algunas pistas. Okay, Dr. Miller is back.
All right. Can you hear me now?
Perfect.
It's perfect.
So strange. Okay.
Perfect.
So, let's go to and Jesus, are you keeping track of time or should I be keeping track of time?
We got like 5 minutes left.
Okay. All right. So let's go to measure 28 and I'm going to have you play when you get to the F sharp, the high F sharp that's in measure 29, I want you to kind of hold that note. But really be sure that right before that note on the A sharp, get the feeling that you want to have. Good. Yeah, and I forgot to remind you about your air support, but how did that feel?
The last one, it felt very comfortable for me.
Good. And the nice thing about that place right there, do you see how it says con calore?
What does that mean?
Really fiery. So right there you can and also it really helps if you think about if I'm mean to my students, but I'm not that mean. But if you were going to sing this and you were going to sing this in a big expressive voice, would your mouth, do you think, would your mouth be kind of closed or do you think it would be really open?
I think it would be really open.
Yeah. And it's totally going to be the same on going. Make sure your lips are ready for that high F sharp and really sing with passion. Good. Good. Now, how does that feel in your lips?
I feel them like forever. It feels really, really comfortable and relaxed.
Good. To change how we physically feel when we're playing, it's not an overnight fix, right? It's something that we have to really ingrain having you do to be more relaxed each time and put more focus on what your air support is doing. I always talk to my students about supporting their sound. Like if you were going to go to pick up a heavy box, you know, you get a big box from Amazon, make sure, maybe not now because you're so young, but believe me, when you get older, that is a concern. Is lighter legs. So why don't you lifting with your legs, lifting with your air support, but be even more relaxed.
Okay, the same measures, right?
Yeah, from 28, but maybe go on just a little bit more.
Okay. First F sharp.